deep in the shadows. I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Okay, we're rolling.
How are we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just put the phone on the side. Hi guys, C Chronicles here. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I post fragrance related content on this platform and would very much appreciate you subscribing and joining the family. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Today is going to be an organizing video, okay? I last did this, I think in January or in December. And if you're a collector like myself, you will always be adding fragrances. Sometimes getting them in the right order can just be too much. So my fragrances are now mixed up and I intend to take them all out and then take them back in by house. Some are gonna be in the top shelves, okay? Let me show you the side shelves. I have some fragrances here, which I'm gonna take out of these cabinets because I wanna organize my non-Middle Eastern fragrances on these cupboards. I'm going to make sure that I make the organizing part ASMR.
Yes, ASMR.
Yeah, ASMR, so that, you know, we don't waste time. Hope you like, comment, subscribe, enjoy this video, and love you as always. My camera is almost finished.
Lost in your eyes, under your spell. Oh, it's like we've always
Okay. That is
Casualty.
that's gone.
It was here.
Yeah, it's the camel
we're gonna
from Outer
pretend-
Nature 1.
We're just gonna leave it there. Whatever. Put that back on. I mean, it's so annoying. Maybe let me actually glue it up with my nail glue. Honestly. So I'm gonna leave it like that just a bit for it to dry. Okay. So that's 2 down. 50 to go. I'm now exhausted, so I don't want to just, you know what I mean, like just organize for the sake of it.
Yeah, plus I actually have to edit it to get it ready for tomorrow.
Yes. So
it's a pretty long video.
yeah. I'll just be seen busy doing nothing. All right, guys, so the reveal. This is what I managed to do so far. I managed to organize 4 shelves properly. Never mind the little Swiss Arabian oil. I think it's supposed to be there. Okay, so I managed to organize 4 shelves properly, and these you know, acrylic organizers do hold quite a lot depending on the sizes of the bottles bottle like this. You can see it's got a lot more. This may have maybe 16 or more than let's say for instance that, okay, because those are more rounder and stuff. I think there's just only 12 there. So this is how it's looking on the bigger shelf. I put them according to house, which is the top, the very first one there on the left has the ones that I don't have many of, which is the Orientica. I only have 4. I do have another 4 in minis, but I didn't want to put the minis there. It was gonna confuse things. So it's the Orienticas there, followed by the Afnans, and then I just thought to put aromatics there, Al Haramain, as well as more Afnans here at the front. The next one is housing my Swiss Arabians, but also has an Afnan there, the pink one right at the end there. I didn't want to put it there because it was just sticking out awkwardly, so I put it right at the back, but it's mostly Swiss Arabians here. My Arabiettes are here. So I've literally honored each house with a tray, and then the ones that had awkward bottles or just didn't look right on the trays, I will show you where I put them. Okay, so my Amafs are there, and then Arabiette and Fragrance World is there, more Latafas, because I always have a lot of Latafas. And then going down there, that's my Paris Corners, and then we have the Zemayas there, and Hadlash. Okay, Hadlash tray is this one, Al Watania is this, and then I mixed them up here, you know, there's on Alhambra, Latafa and all. What made it awkward was the tall bottles. I had no choice but to just dump them there. And then here I put the square shaped bottles because I just thought it would look prettier that way. And then going to the bottom of the shelves, I did nothing because this is where the samples are and stuff, and I need trays. Well, the samples and awkward bottles, there was more. I actually took the stuff out, but I was feeling a little bit tired, so I thought, okay, let me just leave it at this. The reason why I put a carpet, guys, is I've learned the hard way. I always break bottles, so with a little rug like this, when they fall, they don't hit the tile directly, and there is a chance of survival, if you know what I mean. So basically this is how it's looking. I am probably going to change the cupboard again, you know, to something that's more spacious, because I feel this is a little bit crammed still. And let me show you this side as well. On the side of the shelf, if I go back a little bit, then you'll know which one I'm talking about. Okay, on this side of the shelf, I did exactly what I did in the video I posted in January, where I took a couple of fragrances that have flankers, you know, from the same house, and then just lined them up. I didn't want to put organizers in, as much as I still do have organizers, because I just felt you know, the space here is best used this way. It takes more bottles this way than, you know, putting the actual organizers. So this top shelf has got some of the Latafa, extra Latafas that I have, the Balalud line, you know, the Mohra and the Silky Rose at the bag, the Oud Mood. I think I'm going to declutter the Oud Mood and the Reminiscent, because I was keeping these two, this one and this one. I was keeping these, the Oud Mood and the Reminiscent. Well, I love this one, but I was keeping the silver one and this one for memory's sake, because they are the very first Latafas that I actually bought. So there was something in me there that kept on saying, no, you need them, but I don't think I'm going to use them. And I am honestly bursting out of the seams here when it comes to space. So I'm probably going to put this in the declutter pile, but I just wanted to show you. So that's the Latafas. And then on this row, I put some Paris Corners. There's more Paris Corners. I was actually getting tired, so I didn't end up putting all the Paris Corners. I'll show you at the bottom. But what I did again is I took bottles that were the same shape, or at least the same line. This is a Tuscan caramel cascade, and then there's the other Tuscan right there at the back. This one is not part of the Tuscans, but because it's square, it managed to go there. And then of course this Emir tobacco something and Vertiver something, and then these juicy melange shaped bottles, and then those from the autobiography line. I just have two, so I put them there. The Kissers are here, and then of course we have the Kerr, okay, which is a Kerr Felicity. Then you get the confection, and then the pistachio at the back there. I do have the other, the lychee, but I don't like it, so it's not part of the family. I think I'm gonna find somebody to give. And then I put this one on its own. Last time it had this particular one, this one, this one. Last time it had another one, but I have decluttered that, and I'll show you the ones I've decluttered. And this shelf holds my niche Emirati, but as I said, I was getting tired, so it's mixed up. It's the niche Emirati and whatever bottle that I just wanted to go there. I am going to do the final part later instead of putting it in this video because it was just becoming too much. And then this is where the mess starts, where literally I didn't do any organizing here. I just left things there, threw them, you know, because that's more Paris corner there. So I'm going to deal with that later. I don't want to exert myself, you know, and end up feeling some type of way or ill, or, you know, my bones paining me and stuff. There's bottles like this from the Latafa Pride, the minis. These are difficult to store, so what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to find a little organizer for them so that they can sit pretty there. I like them for travel. So that's as far as how this shelf looks like. Okay, so it's not much of it's not a lot of order, but it's something. So this is the side, that's how it looks like, and that's how it looks like. I'm gonna show you also the I have perfumes here that aren't open. The reason why I haven't opened them is I want to do a separate video about them all together. These new Maison Alhambras are awesome, guys. I've seen the bottles, they're beautiful, and most of them draw inspiration of the Bonds, you know, the Bonds number 9. So I'm going to do a video where I open the boxes and stuff. That's why I haven't opened them. Then on the floor, I threw some fragrances that I am decluttering. These I am giving away, and this is the one I was talking about where I said now I just have the cherry one, the cherry cola left. Otherwise, this is the other bottle that looks like that one from the MA line, but I don't like that one. You know, draws inspiration of that Sidrat Boise, but I don't like it, so it's going to the declutter pile. There's a lot more that I should have on this floor, but I wanted to kind of see first, you know, whether my cupboard is going to breathe enough before I add more, you know. But there's a lot more that I'm going to declutter, but for now this is how it's looking. So I do hope you found this video relaxing and interesting to watch. This is how it turned out. I'm going to open the last door, and then I'm going to go backwards a little bit so that you can see the full view. The reason why I would love to change this setting altogether someday is it still looks crammed to me. These bottles or perfumes are now organized, but they just seem as though they are muffled, like they're not breathing. I would love a bigger gap in between my organizers. I think it would look prettier that way. And you may say, well, why didn't you put less on the organizers? If I had, I would have been left with so many bottles that I didn't know where to put. So it still looks crammed to me, and I honestly don't like it. So I will probably change this setting. The bottom part I did not touch, so and this is because of what happened last time. I ended up having or needing a bed rest for a couple of days, or was it a week after that. And the side cupboards, as I said, which is those ones that still have the wrapping, are going to house my non-Middle Eastern fragrances. I love them. I love the fact that they swivel. I'm not sure if I showed you earlier. Let me show you this one. They swivel, and I love the purplish bit of them, and I really wish they didn't leave a gap, right? Because they swivel, they have that round bottom, and because they have that round bottom, it takes the space and they leave quite a big gap. So in as much as they would have been ideal to replace or to purchase and just have them as the new setting, unfortunately they're not very, they wouldn't look very pretty in the background, especially with those gaps. It's just my thinking, guys. I don't know, it could be that I'm wrong, I don't know, so I will see. And the side cupboards, as I said, I will attend to them when I put the other fragrances that are non-Middle Eastern. Just going backwards so that you can see what I meant by they swivel. Okay, let me close the gap and show you what I mean, guys. Close this gap like this. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. If you watched till the end, thank you so much. I'm going to take out some more fragrances to declutter, and then I'm going to attend to that maybe in a couple of days time, because there's a lot of space there that I haven't utilized. CeeChronicles is my name. Hey, let's meet in the comment section where we discuss more about fragrances. Remember to turn on post notifications, guys. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one, and remember, guys, that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.